Well, it's honest game review time. Well, patch update time. Thanks to all these wonderful comments from everybody who really enjoys the patch. Patch 24, do your thing. Oh, interesting. Oh, I like that one. Yeah. Good point, sir or madam. Ooh. What a fun day today's video is gonna be. Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo! All right, everybody, let's start reviewing this. We're going to talk about two topics today. One, we're going to review territory capture after the first day, and two, we're going to talk about, are those primes worth it? Because I know a lot of you have asked that question. The first part, look, every time new content comes out, I spend the first day breaking it down and not really judging it, giving it time to flesh out and see what it's going to be like. And with this one upcoming, you know, I got to see the map, you know, knew about all the new crazy currencies, and even Ultimate DJ came on the live show a couple nights prior and we talked about that. Still, let it flesh out and let me see what it's like in person, and also gauge the feedback from the players. And you know the number one thing that I've come to, the main conclusion I've come to in this game, you ready for it? Scopely takes great ideas and does exactly what my thumbnail in the last video showed. Ding. They overcomplicate the mess out of it and take all the potential fun from a good idea. Territory capture, in my opinion, is a good idea. This is a good idea. I like this because every alliance is eventually going to be able to stake their claim for a piece of this pie, and I'm fine with that. But what I'm not fine is, let's start with basically point number one. There are so many currencies in this game. You think I'm kidding? Let's go to our beautiful refinery tab. Let's just go to territory, where you have 3 types of isogen that all look the same except for 3 stars. Just in these picks alone, this is 9 separate currencies right here. 9 of them. This is 9 currencies. Different things. These are all different. Why? Different. Different currencies. Oh, different currencies. I'm not counting the faction credits and the faction points. That's something different, but we're talking about currency stuff. Currency right here. Currencies right here. And this is a currency to convert to another currency. Currency conversion currency. Oh, let's look at another one. Oh, the discovery one. This one has made lots of people happy. Several different currencies. Currency. For doing recruits, doing different things. The problem with this game, territory capture, good idea. But Scopely's problem, or Digit's problem as a development team, is they don't make new content. They don't. That's the problem. This is new, yes. But how to do it is not new. How to do it is to do the same thing we've done for 2 freaking years. Mine a brand new resource that you never mined before. Yay! And what's the battle pass doing? Oh, just go kill those separatists that have been flying around since like January of 2019. Yeah, we don't really use them for anything, but there's a system for them, so go shoot them. And then go mine the heck out of this resource. Or kill anomaly hostiles. Do you see the issue here? And this is why there's so many complaints. So many people are so frustrated is this is not new. Like, it's a great initial idea. I like this. I'm not mad at this. But the bugs on top of the... And what makes this worse is Scopely has done this. Scopely has said, look, we realize that people don't want to be in the game as much. We hear you. They've said that. We want to make it easier so you're not spending as much time grinding every single day. But then they add to the grind. This is you can't. This is a grind fest, and I realize that it's an alliance level grind fest. So I guess that maybe takes off a little bit of the load. You see, in my main alliance's inventory, here's our inventory. Obviously, if people spent money, but we've been refining and grinding and refining and grinding. But that's not the point. The point is that we've created another element of the game that requires grind. It's something that my miner now has to do this instead of doing this, even though I don't want to be mining in the first place. The interaction in this game, every time they put out an update, they take the interaction and they push it down. And point number two, this is not a problem for every server. So if it's not a problem for yours, don't worry about it. But the nodes, and I talked about this in my live show. Remember, I talked about this. I told everybody this was going to be something you did not want to bother doing with day one because the whales were going to go insane and control everything. You know, they're the whales. We got level 50s just flying around killing stuff. It's just the game. There's a limited amount of resource. Who's going to control that resource? The big people, which means that you simply can't enjoy it. You've got people waiting in line for nodes, and at the moment, it's quieted down. Yesterday, yeah, you had a bunch of Kelvins and jellyfish, and I'm not mad about those alliances doing that. It's their right. Go play the game however you want to. But once again, we created brand new systems, and then we added more of these isogen nodes into the rogue space, but it's not enough. And then they're going to be like, well, we want to encourage PvP. But you're not encouraging PvP. You're encouraging Smackdown. You're encouraging my level 26 account getting smacked by a level 38 that can't do anything about it. That's not PvP. The longer I've played this game and the more I play other games, this game does not have PvP. There is no player versus player in this game. I know y'all are shocked to hear me say that. Yes, there's PvP, but there's no true PvP because it's all predetermined battles. And that kind of brings me into what we're going to talk about real quick in our primes. But there's no actual tactic here. It's just have a bigger ship with a bigger crew and you automatically win. There's no like, ooh, am I going to be able to find a way? Other games I play, you can do that. Star Trek Online, you can beat a better ship with tactics. Eve Echoes, you can beat a better, bigger, more expensive ship with tactics. You know, what's that one? There's one that's kind of like a Firefly in space. I forget what it's called, but I've got it in my Steam store. You can go look at it. You can beat bigger, better ships with tactics, upgrading individual modules, loading out specific things. This game doesn't have that level. The only level of complexity this game has is mining. Tons and tons and tons of mining. Hit the little resource button. And what do you see in every system? Things to mine. That's it. We got mycelium. We've got data. We've got crystal, ore, whatever you want to mine, we got it. It is a mining simulator. Anyway, enough about the rant. I really think they took a great idea. I think territory capture is a great idea and turned it into another time sink of something we just don't even want to bother doing. All right. How about those primes? Hey, I know everybody wants to know about those primes. I keep getting asked, is that prime worth $100? Specifically, this one. Is prime damage versus players worth $100? And you can see there's a lot of different primes out now. Prime cargo security. Oh man, upgrade your mining right now for $100. Let's talk about this one first. 150% ship PvP damage. So what I have to remind you, this is not 150% of your damage. And what I mean by that is, let's back up and let's go into the battle logs because you got to nerd it out to play this game. So I just hit a separatist boss earlier because, you know, I'm trying to grind through the game. So here's my battle log. So 150%, many of you are going to think is take this and multiply it by 1.5 and then add those two together. No, that is not how it works. It is an additive bonus to the base. So remember, you've got, man, so many now. Just the officer attack alone. So you've got 100% is your starter point. Number one, remember I did the officer attack video? I can reference that down in the comments if you haven't seen it and you want to learn how the math of attack works in this game. So you've got research upon research upon research that already builds to attack. I'm going to give you an example of a building that does it. So if you come in here and when the game loads, just your ops level gives me 38% bonus. That's just the ops level, just one. That doesn't count the, let's go into our research tree. Remember, you have an entire tree called combat. There are already so many things in this game that give you that. Now, will that actually help you? Yes, that 150% is going to make a difference. It is. You got a whole new tree here. This will make a difference. But is it worth $100? I'll leave that up to you. But I want to remind you that this is and I think it's so squirrely that they've renamed all the researches to say to base, but they didn't do this one. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is a pure 1.5 increase. But even then, now we get into the problem we mentioned before, problem 2, whale-centric. This primes are built for whales. Prime particles. Get them in the store today. Another currency, by the way. Oh, man. Prime protected cargo. Honestly, there's not a lot that do bonuses to protected cargo, so that one actually is. The reason that prime damage to players isn't that important is because there's already so many things that improve on that. There's not a lot that improve that, so sure. And then this one is purely territory focused, and if you think that I'm spending 788, well, over $1 million worth of latinum to get the dilithium needed for this, yeah, out your daggum mind. This is the greatest definition of a whale one I've ever seen in my life. Increases damage while capturing a node, but then the freaking cost, yeah, that's. So there's my honest review. I don't like any of the primes. One of them I think is, if you want to spend $100, sweet, go for it. I'm just gonna, I don't know, guys. I don't. But that's the honest review. My reaction is a great idea, twisted, and I want to know what you think, though, because I want to provide this as feedback. I really want the next events to not be centered around mining and creating more currencies in the game that nobody wants. No one wants this. No one is asking for more currencies. Find a way to make new content, please. For the love of the game, find a way. Live long and prosper. Stay safe out there, Space Cowboys, and we'll see you on the next one. An even better outro than the intro. Yeah!